about 2 years ago, or actually about 5 years ago, I discovered this coffee shop, and it was like, oh great, I live here, there's a good coffee shop, and it had coffee, and she said, oh, I'm going to close next week to remodel. Well, 2.5 years later, the for rent sign went up in the window. I saw it the day it went up in the window. I contacted the landlord and put the wheels in motion. I had never owned my own business before. I had looked into doing it 3 years before. And so I already had some of the paperwork stuff in place. And within 10 weeks, I had the coffee shop open. And it's not just a coffee shop, it's bakery, I do breakfast, and I do lunch. And I have a fairly aggressive menu for a 450 square foot coffee shop. And I do everything myself. Everything is made from scratch. The only thing I buy is bread, because unfortunately, while I love to make bread, I don't have enough room or time to do it. But I buy excellent bread. And everything else I make from scratch. I do all the breakfast baking, breakfast sandwiches, fresh fruits, smoothies. I feature fair trade organic coffee, and my whole idea of opening the coffee shop was I wanted a local hang or a local mom and pop type thing. My partners are my brother and sister-in-law and my husband. We did it all on our own money. We don't need no loans, nothing. We do all the work that needs to be done within ourselves. And I have one hired employee that is almost full time, who is my right hand man. I could not possibly do it without him. And he's very friendly. Anybody that's been there knows Michael is very friendly. But I wanted it to be a local place, and I wanted it to be fair, I wanted it to be fast, I wanted it to be good. I feature fair trade organic coffee, because I think everybody needs to make a living, and fair trade is it's better coffee, straight from coffee. The company I work with makes sure that the people they buy it from make a reasonable living. Their commitment is to give a lot back to communities that raise the coffee. So I deal with them. Coffee Bean International out of Portland. And that was my vision, to have it. I have a great local following. I do specialty baking cakes. Every day is different. I get to call the shots on what I'm doing, and which is the attractive part of it. The unattractive part of it is the hours and the stress that goes along with it every day. When the weather gets bad, you kind of look and go, oh, how many lunches are we going to do today? And you kind of worry about that electric bills too. So far, we've been open for June was 1 year, and so far we're coming along. We're breaking even. We're not making $1 million. I never looked to make $1 million. I wanted to make a reasonable living and be able to pay my health well. And hopefully, I will be expanding into doing local delivery this fall, which I think will be a plus. I have many people ask for that. I have very limited seating, so it's mostly takeout. But also in the responsible part, I try to make sure that all of my utensils that I use I use plant starch utensils that are biodegradable. My cups, plastic cups, are not plastic. They're made from plant starch. They're biodegradable and recyclable. My anything that is plastic is BPA free, and it also is microwave safe, and is also biodegradable. It's a big issue. And then everything else I try to use is just a straight paper product that is made from recycled goods to begin with. So my coffee cups are already 24% post-recycled or eco-brand cup. And they are also biodegradable, recyclable. So I try to give back into the community as well as have them give back. And I also have a gallery wall, which I, once a month, switch out. I feature local artists that may not have an opportunity, that may have never shown before. I've had people that just came home for fun, and they have some great art, and they've had a show. And they get just as much attention as a professional artist that comes in. We do a press release, we do a meet and greet, and give them a whole the same work. But I'm always looking for art, different artists. And we're also, this month, we're doing the art crawl, the Food and Farmer Festival on the 22nd, which is sponsored by the Brick, on the Circle, which is Sunday. We are doing Georgetown's first art crawl. And we already have 50 artists signed up, which we thought this was going to be a little thing. It's really blossomed, so we have 50 artists signed up. And it should be a terrific day. It's a Sunday. We're trying to generate community interest in Georgetown to get more people involved within the community into the town. And hopefully more business will follow and open up, make it become a more thriving town rather than just a destination for pork. There are a lot of people that live there, and we're trying to make it more of a walking town. We worked with the town on replacing the trees, which they're taking out today on Market Street. We gave input on that, enhancing the downtown, the beauty of downtown, which is already there, enhancing it.
Did I hear you say you did or did not have a business plan?
I didn't have a business plan, and I wish I had, but it was, I had started doing it 3 years before. I had been looking at a space in Georgetown, and it fell apart. It wasn't going to work, and I never completed that part. When this opportunity came up, we had to move fast. We started paying rent from the day I didn't take it. I started paying rent. I had to have that place open as soon as possible. As I said, we had no outside money. We did it all with our own savings, basically, retirement. So, and I did not do a complete business plan. I still have to do that.
I want to encourage you, because when I think of what you're doing now and where your future vision is, short and long-term goals, don't have really anything to measure your success. So I would encourage you, as you're moving forward, to talk with counselors. We have tons of them in Georgetown, Delaware Center for Women's Entrepreneurship. But to be able to have a goal, set your goal, and to be able to measure the outcomes of your success.
Do you do any catering?
I do limited catering. As I said, I have 450 square feet. And mostly I do everything with a hot plate and an oven. So if it is within the realm of what I do on the menu, I can do, and I do hors d'oeuvres and appetizers, desserts. I do a lot of breakfast trays for offices, for meetings, and for dessert trays. But catering is limited to size and what it is.
Bruce, if a chain like Starbucks or something opened at the other end of your block, would that hurt you or help you? And what would you do different?
I wouldn't relish it. Somebody just posted on Facebook the other day, one of my friends, that pumpkin spice lattes were back at Starbucks, and I immediately posted underneath it, we've had them all year, and they're better and cheaper. And I left it at that. But if I do, I'm priced better. I don't have the fancy names. We have small, medium, large. It's not real hard. It's not real complicated. I just use point. I mean, they're right there, and we're making it. You're telling me what you want, and I'm going to turn around and make it. You're not telling the person at the cash register, marking the cup and passing it on, and then the next person down the line is doing it. Then the other person's putting the lid on it and calling it out down at the end of the line. You're getting it right there.
We have some students in the audience that may be aspiring entrepreneurs. What advice would you give them?
It's a lot of work. Have your eyes open. It is a lot of work. I probably put in close to 70 hours a week most weeks. That's 5.5 days a week. I close on Sundays. But you just work besides at home, doing some computer work and stuff. And I have an accountant and a bookkeeper, and there's still work to be done. But if it's your dream and it's your passion, go for it, because it's the most rewarding thing every morning at, believe it or not, 4:45 in the morning when I slip the key in the door. I don't own the building, but I own everything that's in it. And it is gratifying to do that and know that that might be the day that I have to take myself out back and give myself a stern talking to because I did something wrong. But I don't have to look over my shoulder and wonder who's coming around the corner because I did something that, whether I did or didn't know, I wasn't supposed to do or whatever. But I would say just go for it. If it's your passion and your dream, you need to do it. And I never thought I would do this. I honestly never said I don't want the headaches, I don't want, and I'm so glad I did it. So I think you really need to follow your dreams.
What can we do as a community to support you?
Come in. That is seriously, people complain about the parking, but it isn't that bad. I mean, there's free half-hour parking on the circle, it moves along pretty quickly.